All right. All right. Says I'm live. I set this up really quick, so we'll see how this goes. Okay, quick for me. Come on, Rumble. You gotta shove Rumble once in a while. Uh-oh, is it not going on Rumble? Hang on. That says Rumble's going. Yeah, okay. So is Rumble having another issue? Did the other night? Yep, because Rumble is not going. You jacknuts on Rumble. This happened the other night, and I had to totally reboot Rumble after it was over, and then it went fine. Sorry, guys. Flippin' Rumble. Sorry, Jay Watterson, I don't have time to find anything interesting right now. I got so many things I'm behind reading. Yeah, okay, Rumble finally went. Sorry, I was rebooting, trying to get Rumble to go. Rumble, okay, come on, man. You were solid for a while. Okay, guys, we're going to do a short stream here because I got a lot going on, but I really want to get in and talk about this because, boy, you cannot escape the Tim Pool, Candace Owens thing. And I've heard multiple people use streaming wars. And I'm going to be honest right now. Benny Johnson come out and made a video about it. I'm going to toss a little shade Benny's way. Because last night in Tim's rant, he talked about how all these right-leaning pundits were like, you go, Tim, or yeah, Tim, that's good, you're doing that. But they're very lukewarm and not overly supportive. Yes, he was kind of supporting Tim, but he was still very lukewarm and would not take a stand and outright say Candace is being a total jackass. Sorry, Jay Waters, I wasn't trying to piss on your thing. It's just I'm so far behind. I got a bunch of your links over here. I got links other people sent me. I've got 19 links on my other screen that I haven't had a chance to go through. So you can feel free to send up, buddy. I apologize. I'm just trying to move and I get cranky. But no, please send it. I will open it and I'll add it. It'll be number 20. So I apologize. As I've said before, Candace playing Kirk's to Tim's con. The problem is, Jay Watterson, I don't think... Yeah, you know what? That might stand because Khan was not a good guy. Kirk was the good guy. You know what? I'll give you that one, buddy. I will give you that one. Rad, what's up? Wasn't Benny fired from BuzzFeed for plagiarism? I do not know as much as you do about Benny. I'm betting, but I had heard that. I had heard that from an actual friend in my real world. He said, wasn't young Benny used to work for BuzzFeed. Didn't he get in trouble? I'm like, eh. So I'm going to have to go with what you say as probably being right. Sorry, I'm just checking Rumble. Rumble's good now. Okay. Sorry about the thumbnail, everybody. That was a thumbnail. I swear to you, I threw a couple things into ChatGPT and said, make me a thumbnail quick, and that's what it gave me. So, that's not... Yeah, that was a slightly goofy thumbnail. I don't know. And actually, my one on Rumble is a little different because it made me 2. So, if you get a chance to, hop over to Rumble just to let me know which thumbnail you like the best. All right, I'll open it, Jay Watterson. I'll put it over here, and it'll be number 20. I am so behind. But thank you anyway. So, okay. There we go. Okay. I use Gemini. Brad, the thing about Gemini is, oh, you sent me that link last night? Oh, it's probably still up here. Gemini doesn't seem to do my thumbnails as good if I help it to ask it to help. On the times I'm in a hurry, actually all my animated thumbnails are AI generated because I'm a moron. Ain't no way you're getting me to do that stuff. So I usually put all three against each other. I'll run Gemini, ChatGPT, and Grok. Grok is absolutely flippin' useless anymore for thumbnails when it used to be epic. So yeah, okay. But yeah, I don't know if Benny was fired for plagiarism or not for sure. I'm going to have to bow to you guys for that. I had heard he'd been in trouble. But Benny's video today, responding to what Tim said, it was lukewarm. He was like, oh, I hope Tim doesn't quit. I've been there. I've been on the show. It's a good show. And Tim, he played parts of what we saw last night. Tim going off. But he really stopped at the line of standing up for Tim heavily and saying that Candace was full of shit. He really stopped at that line. He ran right up to that precipice and went, nope. And that is the exact same crap that Tim was talking about last night. The exact same crap where the Republicans and the conservatives, whatever, the right, screw over anybody that gives them, that believes in them, gives them power, whatever. They cannot actually wield power and do anything with it. They will screw you. They're wimps. They're weaklings. If anything, you got to give the left. The left is, they're lemmings. The left is lemmings. Even to insanity, going over the cliff levels, they will just go. They'll do something. They say something, they're going to do it. It could be the craziest crap ever, but they will do it if they say they're going to. Republicans will say shit and go, oh my God. It's stupid. So Benny Johnson, I'm going to give Benny Johnson's video today. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. And let me know what you think. Go watch Benny Johnson's video and then comment later under this stream what you thought. I'd give it a 2 or 3 out of 10. I am not saying I'm epic. I think we did a better job discussing it last night than Benny Johnson, and even some of his commenters seem to intimate the same thing. There were a few comments I saw and they're going, hey, Benny, so you're not going to call Candace out for this crap? You know, Benny Johnson, I think Milo is helping to take him down because he is big in the MAGA sphere, whether we like him or not. I get a used car salesman feel from Benny Johnson. He came in with big money, came in with a lot of names behind him and knowing people, and got monstrous fast. I mean monstrous fast. Because he had a lot of money pumped in already growing him. He had a staff from day one. So it's something. All right. Made funny shirts of my family gifts for Christmas. Okay, cool. My links are generously crap. You mean generally? I don't think so. I look at a lot of your links just today has been, everything is still over on this screen. I've got the Tim Pool one, Armand. I got the FBI's J6 bombing stuff. Some village one. Oh, I got tons of them up there. And I got multiples from other people. You need to give lots of very clear instructions. You know, Rad, I've tried, and I'll tell you what. Some days you give instructions to an AI, and it seems to really take those instructions easily and do it. And then other times it just does not pay attention to the prompt. It does not. You could be clear as hell. Show me a picture of the blue sky, and it'll show you pink skies forever. And you say, no, that's not what I prompted you. I said a blue sky, and I'll show you the same pink sky. Gemini the other day kept giving me the same absolutely wrong thumbnail. And Grok is a joke. ChatGPT right now is the best I've found at this moment for cheap, free people like me to help with thumbnails. All right. Like you said last night about Benny's plagiarism. Oh. Well, then one of them is going to be very interesting. I was listening to Candace 1.5 times and stopped as it was a hard slog, says Rad. Yes. And I do try to check out some of her show or some of the highlights, and it's just the same assumptive wording. I saw a little bit of what she did today. It was the same assumptive wording bullshit. And when anybody calls out her fans for it, they go, oh, she's bringing their receipts. And people are like, what? What? Besides some morons at TPUSA texting stupid stuff or making dumb decisions, nothing she said balances out, oh, French-Israeli ninjas coming to get me. They're take me out. Oh my God, Macron's wife is a man. Macron's wife is a man and was his dad. come on. Where are these receipts about the French-Israeli ninjas? She says a bunch of shit. Now today I think I saw one. She's intimating our military is involved. That is nutso. It is nutso. I didn't watch her. I listened a little at the gym and I had to turn it off. And then I went back later to check for, I don't know how, Brad probably made it longer than I did because I was trying to work out and I was like, this is just stupid. And I was going to start cussing out loud at the gym. I got my little earbuds in, my sound canceling earbuds, and you don't hear nothing outside these things. And I've watched some stuff or listened to some stuff online before, and I've ended up effing bombing out loud. It's like, oh shit. And I was about to start getting mouthy, trying to listen to her. Jay Waters and Benny always seem suspicious of me. Milo might be onto something. I'm not going to say Milo. Milo has a bad habit of, he's made a lot of comments, and I'm sorry. When he says he hasn't been sued and this, yeah, he has, but not so successfully because he goes after famous people. The bar on, if you're a famous person, the bar on suing what people say about you is insanely high. It is crazy high. It's out of the stratosphere high. And he knows that. He knows how to skirt that and word it just right. But I still think it's weird timing that Candace is going after and taking down tons of other right-leaning pundits and driving a wedge in. And now Milo came out and threw one at Benny. Like I said, whether we like Benny or not, he is huge influencer on the right/MAGA. And what has happened here? Sorry, I'm not really in my camera very well. I did not realize I had moved myself that much. Sorry. Let me see if I can recenter me. I don't know what I did. There we go. I must have bumped my screen. I think that might be a little better. At least when I lean it will be. But no, it's just weird coincidence. And he knows he can say a lot. Benny Johnson's a public figure. He knows he can say a crap load lot about Benny and get away with it. So that is what he's run into. And it's not if Milo's right, but I'm not automatically going to assume that Milo is right, that Benny was with boys, and then he intimated, watched his wording about underage boys. That is, Now, does Benny give you the ick? He gives me the worries. Like I said, he gives me the used car salesman feel. He gives me old school slimy National Enquirer feel. Boy said worse is Sean Hannity gives me the pure so yeah. I can't even watch Sean Hannity. He just In fact, I don't even know how he still has a place on the radio or Fox News. I mean, who watches him? I believe the man, but not the dad part. Yeah, but it's all nuts. And how does she come out just saying that stuff? And why did she make this her quest? If she's supposedly right, cares about MAGA, cares about this country, what is she doing? And come on, Rad. The French-Israeli ninja hit squad that's going to take her out? Come on. And you say this stuff to some of her supporters? I was over trolling on X earlier, and man, these people really think that a French-Israeli hit squad was going to take her out. And I am leaning the wrong way all the time off camera. Sorry about that. Let's go see how much deeper Tim digs his hole tonight, but he could be interesting. I'm not sure Tim's digging a hole. I've seen, outside of what I call the Candace sphere, a lot of people are supporting Tim. Or at the very least, even if they don't like Tim, they're saying, hey, if I've got to choose which one's crazier, it's going to be Candace. A lot of people are saying Candace, no matter what they think of Tim's rant or whatever else, they still think Candace is ODFS. Might want to add an extra F in that. So, and if you don't know what ODFS is, it's a redneck term from when I grew up. Go look it up. Pretty much out there fucking somewhere. So, yeah. Listen on the toilet. Okay. Touche, Rad. Sorry. I listened on the toilet, and some shit is easier to take than others. Oh. I know I'm a jackass for saying this. Why do we say take a shit? Nobody goes in and goes, hey, give me a shit. We all go in the bathroom because we have enough of our own. We never take one. We leave a shit. George Carlin used to say that. Why do we say stupid stuff? It's all nuts. Oh, you could have eaten Planters peanuts, or any peanuts, sorry, Planters, peanuts for every meal the last month, and your poop would have been less nutty than Candace Owens is right now. Oh, Lord loves a duck. Very nice. I don't know about Tim digging a hole. Like I said, a lot of people seem to be supporting either the fact that he makes more sense than she does, he has a right to be angry with everything that's going on, or yes, a lot of people are starting to wake up and say, yeah, Candace is decimating. I saw people on X actually commenting, she has profited off this more than anyone. That thumbnail she put out with Tim, saying, who profited from Charlie's death? She openly intimated it was Tim Pool was profiting from Charlie's death, when she's the one that's raked it in. She has made more money off this, of Charlie Kirk's death, and done it with that shit-eating smile of hers. If this is so important, she loved Charlie so much. I got to ask a question here. She loved him so much. This is so serious. Then why does she always, that shit-eating, god dang, I swallowed the canary, ha-ha, F you grin. That smile it's the type we always used to say you want to wipe off of somebody's face. She does everything with that shit-eating smile. It's almost like she can do that right to her moron followers, and they'll still go, oh, Candace, tell us more. Oh my God, Candace. That's what I get. These true crime, lonely women out there just love their mystery box bullshit. Will say shit, but never really show you shit, and then move on to the next thing the next day. Never really actually bring you the finale to anything. Yeah, that's what she's doing. And they're just sitting here, oh, come on, Candace. Help us. Yeah, we need a fix. Come on. They're lunatics. I think a lot of people are seeing it. A lot of people have commented. She is profiting. But yeah, I probably will watch Tim Pool. We'll probably be out of here just before Tim Pool goes live, because I'm curious. He may not even mention it much today. I don't know. I think Tim is under a lot of pressure. Oh, 100%. How would Tim not be under pressure? I mean, with everything going on with his family, he's got a new kid. He's got, married recently. He's got all this security. He's as he's said multiple times, his properties have been attacked. Even if he wants to sell the old property, how's he going to sell it, telling people that people may show up and attack people there? And have. Even the property he's got now, let's say he does want to move out of it. How's he going to sell it when people come in and there's been gunfire exchange there twice? Once before they actually started streaming there, when they were getting everything ready, and now somebody drives by and shoots at it. I mean, how is he going to sell this stuff? And he's seeing him spending more money on IRL than he's bringing in. That's tough. I think Tim, whether we like Tim or not all the time, like I told you how I feel about Tim Pool, I agree with him more than not, and I think he's a force for good more than not. Has he made some stupid mistakes and said stupid shit? Oh, yeah. But come on, I do that every 2 seconds. But I think Tim is under pressure, but I think Tim Pool really does believe in the conversation. I think he does want to do good and see good for the country. I mean, he admits he's not even really a conservative. He's a disaffected liberal. And he says the liberals have gone so nuts, the Democrat Party's gone so nuts, he doesn't know if he could ever go back to it. So it's not like he's a true believer of the right. Hannity's been compromised for years, 100%. I don't like Hannity. That man, he's got to have something on somebody because I don't even think his ratings are that good. I don't think much of what he says is that good. I just get the squirmies watching him. It's like, ugh. I get the ick. Hey, Jim Patterson, what's up? Cataract surgery. Whoa, cool, dude. So hopefully they say you're going to have a lot better vision soon. A lot less troubles. All right. Oh, you guys, okay. YTs are under pressure for... Oh, dude, YouTube is up a creek right now. One, we're in an off season after a big election, and a lot of people are feeling apathy about a lot of things. Ad revenues are down, even though I think the ad revenues are down more for the channels than they are YouTube because of the way YouTube's screwing with their algorithm. There's a lot of competition for the ad revenue, which thankfully I don't have to worry about. Yay me. Also, there's something going on where YouTube is willing once again to sacrifice, well, because Alphabet is so big, they don't care. They're sacrificing a lot of new channels. I'm not the only one. You can go out and look. There's tons of small channels across all genres on YouTube trying to come up, and they're like, what the hell? What the hell? Even people who've started other channels like, what the hell? You got huge streamers out there, Nerdrotic and a bunch of others saying, I would hate to try to start a YouTube channel now. It's very hard to near impossible to grow. And I'm not going to pee on Rumble too hard just to say that Rumble is impossible to grow on. Rumble doesn't have the coverage, doesn't have the people. People do not seem to want to respond on Rumble. The Rumble libertarians are like, if I respond, the man will know where I am. They'll send the hit squad from Candace's people. Ooh. I mean, you look at the big channels with tons of viewers, Timcast, Crowder, Viva Fry, all them. The amount of people that are chatting compared to the same, percentage on YouTube people talk more. And Rumble somehow has got a problem they need to fix. All right. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff on YouTube, even though there are some streamers doing really good. I think the Crucible's doing really good. I think D-Day Cobra's doing really good. It depends. Not to be mean, God dang it. I find myself being, honesty has a problem. As I've told you before, I am actually a fan of Jeremy's. I love his Fortnite streams. I like a lot of his Geeks and Gamer stuff, following him for years. I even like a lot of his D-Day Cobra, but I have one problem with Jeremy. He likes to blow smoke up MAGA people's asses. He really does. He wants to act like everything is fine. This Tim Pool Candace thing is nothing. Candace really isn't damaging anything. Not at the level it really is. Unfortunately, I'm not trying to make problems with a guy that's much better at this than him and done this much longer than me, but he's blowing a lot of smoke up people's asses. And people like smoke up their asses and will donate to you for blowing smoke up their asses. The truth, not so much. So, yep. Thanks for the keynote quartering mix. Oh, man. Quartering had a couple decent videos the other day, but he still drags them out. He drags them out. He takes a video that should be good if he's less time. 7 to 11 minutes, done. But some of his videos are 20 minutes, and it shouldn't be. He drags them too long, and I'm a person that has that same problem. I'm waiting for Tim to announce his new deal with Rumble. We should know by the 19th, yeah? Well, if you're already Salty Cracker is the first one that did it. I'll say it right out. Salty Cracker was the first. And I don't even know if Crowder would be a full bore on Rumble without Salty Cracker. Salty Cracker built a big, strong following on YouTube. And then because he wanted to be able to free speech, go knuckin' futs like he does, or he saw the winds of change and saw a way to get in with some money there, good, smart move both ways, he moved and pulled a lot of his live streams to Rumble, at least the full uncut versions and even certain videos. And I think if you can grow on YouTube, a lot of these people then can pull a lot of people over to Rumble. But I don't think you can grow on Rumble from startup. There's a couple channels I've followed on Rumble that just haven't done a damn thing, but on YouTube they've actually done some growth. But Rumble, no. All right. Yeah, there is a lot of income problem for a lot of channels though on YouTube. Now, people have asked, I had a friend ask me if I was going to stream to Kick. He says Kick is a lot more generous, and maybe I should go to, was it Amazon's Twitch or whatever, whatever. But I just haven't thought of any of that. I mean, doing 2 is enough for my dumb little butt to set up. All right. But let's head over. I think I have... Okay, that's a refresh. Some of my bookmark. Oh, wrong bookmarks. But I like this right away. And Tim said this the other night. Pretty much, Candace is a Fed, and Candace took out Charlie. I mean, shit. That is, and I'm going to say right now, that is no less stupid. And I saw some people in some of these feeds on X actually asking some of these Candace nuts that. Hey, if all this shit Candace said might be true, might it not be true what Tim said? There's just as much proof. In fact, there's kind of more proof for maybe Candace is involved. Candace is profiting off this. Candace is raking in millions off this and drawing herself that cult following that I personally think she craves. I think she craves the cult following more than anything. And you got to remember, as you guys mentioned the other day, I believe in this stream, Candace's first foray onto the world sphere was an app that canceled people. That went out to cancel people for speech or not agreeing with the lefty way. So Candace is a lefty at heart, and she likes to cancel people, and she's doing that back to her roots, and she wants her cult. She wants to be the cult leader. That is what I think. All right, so let me pull me down here. Boom, sorry. Boom. All right, so there. But she wants to be the cult leader. That's what I think. I still think it. I get this feeling from her. That shit-eating grin. She doesn't give a rat's dick about Charlie being corpsed. If she wasn't involved. I'm just saying. I can say the same shit she does. I believe she was involved. I believe she did it because she's going to make tons of money off it. I believe she, in her own heart, thinks it's the best thing that ever happened to her. I believe she wants to be a cult leader. That's just me. Well, with Candace's logic, she's the killer. Final proof? People having dreams that she did it. Because she's used that phrasing. Oh, I had a dream. Candace logic. Look at her expression when she talks about Charlie. Yep, that's what she goes by, yeah? She doesn't even look upset most times. She has that shit-faced grin. And I've seen other people start to comment on that. So, yeah. If you are ever in the presence of this woman, make sure of 2 things. Do not catch her attention. You could be accused of anything far beyond your imagination. I don't disagree with that. If you do catch her attention, make certain that you respond to anything that happens in the way that she feels is appropriate. But she might change her mind in the next minute. Inappropriate. If not, you are vulnerable to being accused of any sort of thing. Now, see, there's multiples of these. I only saved a couple. Right here. Maybe she put a hit out on Charlie. I'm just asking questions. And Brittany there. Good job, Brittany. You're using Candace's assumptive wording and just saying, oh, I'm just asking questions. That's what she does. She throws the onerous on somebody else and goes, well, why haven't they answered me? It's not on the people you are accusing. It's not on the people you make crazy, crazy statements about to prove you wrong. You made the statements. It is on you to prove you're right. You prove your case, not you just throw shit out there and everybody else has to prove you wrong. That's not the way it works. And then if they don't prove you wrong or respond to insane shit, well, then she goes, see, there must be something to hide. In my opinion, and I'm just asking questions. Insane. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm going to mainline Buckle Bunny for a second here. Please do me a favor and at least hit thumbs up for the stream. If you're new, don't have to subscribe, but please hit thumbs up. Let me check the people on Grumble. I see, hey, 3 or 4 people on Rumble. So, okay. How you doing, Joel? How you doing, man? Maybe someone has Candace's nudes or sex tape. This is how she gets it back. I don't know. I think she's a type she'd be proud of it. Somehow she'd still be going, yeah, this is how great Candace is. Follow the Candace. Worship the Candace. Someday, Jay Watterson is going to be burying me in flip-flops, but I still think she just loves the attention. I think she adores the attention and the cult following. I think she wants to be a cult leader. Kino Casino mainly streams on Kick. Okay. I haven't seen much Kino Casino. All right, let's see here. How's it going tonight, Joel? Danny, how you doing? I've been asking, what is her payoff? Why is she doing this? Who bought her? Well, Danny, her payoff is her viewership of crazy cat ladies and the true crime women has gone through the roof. She has quadruple or more. I've heard some people say her viewership has gone up almost 10 times since she started this Charlie Kirk crap and this weird conspiracy crap. The Alex Jones time 10,000 crap she started. That her viewership has gone up, I've heard, between 4 times and 10 times. Also, the amount she gets to charge for ads and sponsorships and everything else has gone through the roof. She's getting more super chats than ever. She is clearing millions of dollars and she's getting eyeballs on her. And if I'm right, and she just always wanted to be a cult leader. She's mad that they looked to Charlie Kirk and not her. So she's going to burn down TPSA because how dare they chose him over her. So what's she getting out of this? She's making shitloads of money. She's getting tons of power. And I also, one of the other things, I think she's still a lefty. I don't think she ever left the left side. She was always a lefty. Started her career by starting an app to try to cancel people who said stuff against leftism. And I think she just grifted the way of the wind where the money was and the clicks and who could help her career and get her out there. And she used Daily Wire and everybody else to get her out there. And then poof. And now she's found the exact perfect time to go right back to her lefty roots and do as much damage as possible. And make herself a cult following and rich as fuck. So that's why, Danny. That's my opinions. Danny, she is a nasty 304. Prove me wrong. I can't prove you wrong. But hey, Danny, you're just asking questions. Why hasn't Candace caught a hold of you? Candace has not responded to Danny and proven Danny wrong. So you know what? Danny must be right. That's what Candace does. That is what Candace does. Sorry if I'm a little jazzed, guys. I'm not too long off the gym, and my pre-workout is probably still frisking along in there. Yeah, Danny, prove me wrong, 100%. Unless Candace directly responds to you, you must have something there. Ooh, she's got caught. Every time I hit thumbs up, it changes color. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, let's see. 10 times. So what is the reason she does this? Yeah. Well, as Tim Pool said, and I've seen others in some of these comments and online on X and other places, Facebook, and even saw some people on Reddit going, hey, what do you mean? She actually had the balls to put up a thumbnail. Who is profiting off Charlie Kirk's death? I wanted to screenshot that and take all 3 of those little blocks where she had a couple, I can't remember the face before Tim, but then Tim Pool, then the question mark one. I wanted to put her face in every one of those. Because Candace Owens has profited and grown her following and has a cult-like status now more than anybody because of Charlie's death. Anybody. Nobody. Even the Democrat Party right now is going, damn, nice job, Candace. The Democrat Party is looking at, frig yeah, we just won the midterms. Unless Trump pulls a whole herd of rabbits out of his ass. You can beat Jeremy as much as you want, but Jeremy is not blowing the scary horn as much as Tim Pool. And maybe Tim, you might want to say, has gone too far. But somebody like Jeremy, and I've seen some other pundits say, even Benny, that are not blowing the warning horns enough. I don't know how else to put that right now. Seem to be stuck on blowing horns. Blowing smoke up people's ass right now is a bad idea. It just is. This is a big, holy shit deal. Just a question. Oh, Rad, I know what a 304 is. I've watched the Whatever podcast. I've seen the shorts on YouTube. I know what a 304 is. My God, I'm not that old. That hurts, man. All right. If she's a paid shill, that got banked for being the black. Yeah, 100%. All right. Does Candace know about Brigitte's? Because like spots. Ooh. So you're saying that maybe Candace has a little something in common with Brigitte? Maybe they saw each other at the clinic? Hey, we're just asking questions. Maybe we should start saying that, hey, you know what? We think Candace is a man. What, but she's not answering us? Oh shit, that just proves it, right? To her crowd, that should be it. I know what 304 is. Oh, okay, Joel didn't. Okay, I do, but I didn't see the chat up here. Sorry. Imagine a 4 written as a knot connected to the top. Yep. You flip upside down, reverse. It's like when you used to have a calculator when you were a kid. You can make your calculator say boobies and hell and stuff. It's the calculator language for the new generation. That's what it is, Joel. Hence my nudes point earlier. Yeah, Rad, 100%. You're right. I agree. Candace, unless you respond to my chat, that's it. There's something wrong. Then we know there's nudes of you out there after you had your transition. We're just asking questions, and we had a dream. This shit can play either way. If you type how in the following comments and posts, they get flagged as hate speech and they don't post. Oh. Nice. Surrogate use is on the rise, yeah? So long ago to avoid the mark against us, yeah. Okay, so. Let's see here. I have to like this one. Franklin commits Candace. I'm going to repost that. I like that one. These Franklin memes have just gone. My God, Canada, I'm sorry. You guys have lost Franklin. This may have been one of your biggest children's, characters out there, but sorry, we own it now. You're done. Franklin's ours. All right. I've come to the conclusion that @real Candace O is actually the mastermind between Charlie Kirk's assassination. She's the person who has benefited the most from his death. It's time to apply her own arguments against her. Uh-oh. Candace Owens' new video, who benefited from Charlie Kirk's assassination? Meanwhile, her last 20 videos with millions of views, each about Charlie. And she's grown her following. All the ad revenue, super chats. And remember, this is not all the platforms she's on. She's on multiple platforms. She's on Spotify. She's on, I can't remember all the platforms she's running on. She has her own website, all the super chats. But look at this. 2.1 million, 1.6 million, 2.1 million, 2.1, 2.1, and 1.8, 1.6, 2.3. Millions of views. For just saying, dude, tell you what, Martin Luther King Jr. is rolling in his grave because she took his I had a dream and ran with it in a weird way. That's half of what she said that multiple times. Even I've seen that, Jay Watterson. Multiple times she goes, well, it came to me in a dream. I had a dream. Martin Luther King Jr. is going, that's not what I meant. She's making accusations. The burden of proof is on her, you sick fucks. Yes. The bottom. Now, they're replying to about, well, you prove her wrong. And people are going, which one do we have to prove wrong of her conspiracy theories? The FBI, Trump, the Mormons, men in maroon shirts, Macron, Erica, a dozen other people at TPUSA, guys in the bushes, Egypt, Israel, I don't know what the NAR, infiltrated by the U.S. military, the French-Israeli ninja hit squad. What is it? I mean, we got to pick one to start with. Don't love that yet. Now, this is good. I love the sheep they put under this. Listen, it's Candace that needs to provide the proof. That the below proof. TPUSA deleted Charlie. U.S. military deleted Charlie. French government deleted Charlie. Mossad deleted Charlie. The Jews deleted Charlie. I could go on. She claims all these things with zero proof. Fact. I'm going to reshare that one too. So yeah, 100%. Oh, not how. I know what you mean, Danny. Well, you just might hear Candace tell Tim, who's your daddy? Well, yeah. That's not how it works, buddy. There's plenty of evidence I'm lying, but it would be so strange if you looked at it. I like this one. I'm still waiting. Yes, I will be naming names and providing evidence for my claims. Still waiting. Yeah. I received information last night that put the final pieces together for me. Now, I can now say with full confidence, here it is, that I believe Charlie Kirk was betrayed by the leadership turning point. Some of the very people who eulogized him on the stage. Now, I don't know how old this tweet is. It probably isn't 10 hours. If it is, well, fine. But once again, I believe. She doesn't say they did it. She says, I believe. She leaves herself that way to get out and keeps the morons out there. The sheep, these sheep right here, go, nah, she says they did it. No, I believe gives her the way out. And I am making a personal plea to every well-meaning person who donated to this godforsaken organization and request a refund. Okay, this is older. This is like, what, a week ago she said this? Yeah, godforsaken organization. That sounds like she's really trying to uphold Charlie Kirk's legacy, doesn't it, though? Now, this one is pretty good. This is 5 minutes. We might try to come back to it. I know Tim's about to start. I got a lot of them here. Every conservative needs to call out Candace Owens by name. She's an evil person who will destroy everything Charlie Kirk built for financial gain. Tim Pool gets rightfully heated. Agreed. Shadow of Ezra. Candace Owens says she has received, this 7 hours ago, new information from my man in the U.S. military. Is the one I was looking for. That she believes will prove the military was involved in Charlie Kirk's murder. Candace Owens has previously said she believes Charlie Kirk's death was a military hit comparable to the assassination of JFK. She says the operation involved foreign actors, the French-Israeli Jew hit squad, and literal actors, and unfolded like a military-style operation with multiple decoys. Oh my God, Becky. Look at her butt. Her head is right up it. I mean, come on. God dang, I like a song still. So yeah, see right here. I like both of them their own way, but this needs to be settled. Who is more retarded? You got the crazy Candace people, of course. Oh, come on. The king of Jewish aliens came down from my anus and killed Charlie. Whilst Mrs. France was swinging her balls in my face. She's a man. Is this even a question? 100%. That is a great answer. That is epic. Oh, man. Retard Finder had to give him a laugh on that one. Franklin treats mental illness. Y'all got any more of them conspiracy theories? I mean, come on. Then, of course, you get Beanie Shapiro. My God. Tim Pool been lying about Pizzagate for years. No, he hasn't. We all know. Yep, Tyler Robinson, Brigitte Macron, flight patterns, Israel fight pattern. That's supposed to be flight. Until they use AI. AI can't spell properly. Mommy, I'm scared. You can't ask those questions. They're all working against me. I don't know what that's. What the hell? That's not even English. So yeah, but that's pretty good. That's pretty easy. Yeah, she's a lunatic. Yeah, so Candace stiffed her landlord for $21,300 and filed a lawsuit claiming the apartment gave her systemic yeast infections. I didn't know that. Did you guys know that? Yeah, Tim Pool's starting, but he always has his minutes of commercials. So we'll hop out in a little bit and see what Timmy has to say. Let's see here. Not picking on Tim by calling him Timmy. Sorry, it's a me thing. Candace stopped paying her rent at her $3,500 per month luxury apartment. Eviction took 6 months. Sued the landlord, said it gave her systemic yeast infections. And 14 other ailments in a $3,500 a month apartment? Yeah, I did not know that. I am sharing that. Look for it online, NWS6, and go right here to National Conservative. Take a look at that. I didn't know that. Jay Watterson, did you know that one? This idiot, Tim Pool is, I saw a lot of people post the same one with Candace. Cuckoo for Candace. That is beautiful. Yeah, so there's a lot of these. Boom. Oh, you get Tim's a little bitch. Yeah. Oh, man. Marked safe from Candace Owens gaslighting me today. That's good. Oh, enjoying the show, yeah. The only thing missing is Candace wearing a beanie also. Good point. Ooh, wait. Everybody, hold on. Hold on to something. If you have an alcoholic drink in front of you, take a drink. If you have an energy drink, take a drink. Make sure reality is still circling you. Make sure you haven't passed away. Jay Watterson did not know that. We found something he doesn't already know or have queued up or shared me a link to. Holy crap. Holy crap. I'm considering this one of the best days of my life. We got him. Now watch this crap. By tomorrow, he's going to be coming back. Actually, it was this amount, and it took this many days. And even her doctor, here's all the pap smears. They said she's full of shit. Well, I'm impressed. Nope, Jax is not doing it. Holy crap. He's behind me. Jay Watterson, you're scary. So is he. How the hell did you do that, dude? You call, he shows up. Now he's stalking me on the couch. Dude, I did not even see him back there. Jax has asked me to release his statement. The comments and views expressed by Lions 10 W6 own do not reflect the views of Jax TK. You hear that, buddy? You got disclaimers online. Jesus, man. Her evidence is almost good as Blake Lively. Yeah, somebody else keeps bringing that up. They say every 5 minutes he brings up Blake Lively. It's like, ugh. That's when we find out Ryan Reynolds is not the great guy he tries to purport himself to be. Ooh, Tim. Wasn't a meltdown. It was something far more calculated, far more dangerous. Tim wasn't venting. He's building a breadcrumb trail. I don't know about that. Candace Farragut. Oh no. Candace Owens thought that UTC meant Utah time. It means Coordinated Universal Time. I didn't know that, but I would have Googled it because I've never heard Utah time. I know that's not a thing. Her lawyer has the same business address as known feds. Her husband likes dong, allegedly. Oh no. Neither are returned, but Candace is a grifter, and based on her own arguments, she needs to be considered a suspect in Charlie's death. Yep. She's the one who claims we need to be suspicious about every person or group that has benefited from his death. And no one has benefited more than she has. Boom. Yep. Jax now. Yeah, Blake has no evidence. Yeah, I've actually seen the whole Blake Lively thing. I don't know how it came up, and I watched it. Dude, her and Ryan Reynolds are kind of dicks. It's my opinion. Everything on Lions NWS 6 is my opinion and of Jax T. Cat. Lordy. All right, guys, let me see. Is there anything else real quick? We'll hop out of here and go check out what Tim's got going on. No, I don't think so. That was before. Yep. Okay, so I think we could go through these comments a lot more, but I think that's pretty much. This lady here is very Sarcastic Liberty. I'm going to share that when you go to Sarcastic Liberty. Just hit retweet, dummy. There. But yeah, go check this one out. Or I will try to do another stream later tonight. And we'll go over this and see what Tim said. I know this has been too Tim-centric lately, but right now, almost everywhere on the internet and even on mainstream media, the phrase streaming wars have come up. Tim Pool versus Candace Owens. The war is on, stuff like that. Everything, even things from Donald Trump, the nice share of Christmas at the White House is being drowned out. Everything's being drowned out by this. And honestly, it is very important. And I will say, the last thing I'll say before I leave here, guys, one, besides hit thumbs up. Thank you for being here. Jax, thanks you very much. He is right here, Jay Watterson. He's threatening me with a claw. Here, come here. Oh, come here, big boy. Oh, my God. Hello, Jax. Hi. Oh, my gosh. You're prickly. Karen's right. You're prickly. Oh, don't act all lovey. I know that Jay Watterson paid you to take me out. But, I lost my track because of Jax. God dang it. So we'll see if anything goes of it tonight. I wonder if Tim's going to back down, try to just go back to some other stuff. But it is a big deal. Because if I agree with Tim Pool, if the midterms are lost, it's mostly because of Candace Owens. Give him a purr. There you go. Good boy, Jax. It's like the cat on Red Dwarf. Oh, no, no, no. You gave Candace an entire Jerry. Yeah, I didn't do that, Ryan. That was blame. I can't remember if that was. I think it was ChatGPT that did that. I just typed it in there quick, and I gave it some parameters, and it came up with that thumbnail. Down, buddy. Oh, you're sharp. It came up with that thumbnail real quick, and the one that's on Rumble is slightly different. It gave me two, so I just put one on one. But yeah, Ryan, it did that. It did it quick. It was crazy. All right, guys, let's get out of here. I'm actually going to go say hi to my wife. That's another reason I'm getting out of here. My wife just got home. Happy wife, happy life, happy wife, semi-happy life. I've been married long enough that you can't make them perfectly happy. Keep them happy enough they keep you on the north side of the grass, everybody. All right, thank you, Jay Watterson. Hey, Jay Watterson, I'm glad you actually learned something from this stream. But I'll talk to you guys. If not tonight, it'll be tomorrow, but we'll see how it goes if I'm going to do another short one yet tonight. I understand not everybody likes Tim Pool, but I'm going to check him out if the wife will allow it when she just got home. All right, have a good one, everybody. Thank you. Stay safe. And from me and my editor-in-chief down here, Jax, who is sitting right there, clawing me in the leg. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here. Thumbs up. Talk to you later. And comment below. Do you think the midterms are screwed now? And how much of that is Candace Owens' fault?